Hi, this is Robert Poole from Indie Horror TV. The reason I'm talking here tonight is because I could have typed this out and probably had like 3 or 4 paragraphs of what to say, but really I felt like it could be said a lot easier by just kind of going through and recording a quick video. You see, we have a couple big announcements that we wanted to make, and I wanted to make sure they were said the right way. And at the very least, I'm saving you a lot of reading time and boredom of going through a paragraph. So let's kind of go through it as quickly as we can. Basically, we're now working on year 2 of our channel. Obviously, November was the beginning in 2013, and we kind of rolled through our anniversary. In 2014, we've really concentrated on making it the year of the viewer. But in doing so, we feel like we've had to kind of reach out in different alternative ways to make things a little bit more interesting. If you haven't noticed, we've been doing a lot of director's chats lately. We've really opened up things to make sure that we've got a broader audience, and we're doing a lot more world premieres than we've ever done before. That kind of mindset and spirit will continue into the future, and we're of course looking to add a lot more influences chats over the next month. But as that's all being said, there's really been 2 challenges that we've run into here at Indie Horror TV that have been constant, and it's probably fair to share some of that information with you, our viewers, since we, in the nature of transparency, like to kind of tell you everything that's going on. The 2 biggest challenges that we've ever run into here at this channel are distribution and film festivals. They're necessities in the world of the filmmaker. You have to go and submit to film festivals in order to even be seen and hopefully get picked up by distributors. So many filmmakers are spending tons of money submitting to all these different film festivals who don't even have to accept you. There's no refunds for the festival submission fee. And generally we found that there's the possibility, and some of our filmmakers that we know have actually documented this, that you're submitting a film not knowing if they're even watching it. They're just collecting the fees. They use those fees to help promote their event, which they make money off of, at the expense of the filmmakers who are paying to actually submit their work. And there's no guarantees that anything's going to ever come out of that. And a lot of also these same film festivals have created lots of barriers as far as online airing. They want to be the first place, the world premiere location for every single film that comes out, which is impossible because even within the world of other film festivals, there's absolutely no way to be the premiere of every single film. So it's become more of a complex thing, whereas a lot of filmmakers who aren't worried necessarily about getting distribution or making money on their film would like to just be able to put it up on YouTube. They're shut out of the film festival process. If they want to show here, of course, at Indie Horror TV, they're shut out of a lot of the film festivals because of the process that currently exists. So one of the things that we're starting to do starting this year is that we're going to really start supporting film festivals that either A, have 100% free film submissions, and or B, offer something back to the filmmakers in return for those submissions, aside from just the, well, look at your film and we may accept it. So that gives us a pretty strong narrative as to what ones we're going to support. All of these film festivals have to have the rule that you can air your film anywhere you want. If you want to be online and post it on your website, you want to post it on YouTube, you want to post it anywhere you want. If you want to air it on Indie Horror TV, it's your film. We're trying to help you get exposure. And with that thought process, we already have a few film festivals on our list that are important to us. Three Corps Circus here in Ann Arbor is going to be one of those film festivals. The Oshkosh Horror Film Festival, that's run by John Pata of Dead Weight and the future short film Pity. He helps run a festival up there that is very, very friendly to filmmakers. The Drunken Zombie Film Festival, run by Brian Wolford and Tony Wash down in Chicago, that is a very friendly film festival to filmmakers. And another one that, this one isn't free to submit to, but they have lots of workshops. They have lots of things in place to help filmmakers really learn about the industry, and definitely they bring in distributors to actually view their films and help them get hooked up with the right people. And that would be the Hot Springs Horror Film Festival, run by Tamara Glynn down in Hot Springs, Arkansas. So that's who we're planning to support over the next year. And as we get more film festivals that want to be a part of this, if you know of any other film festivals, horror film festivals that are looking at a free submission model, we will definitely be 100% on board with supporting that and providing them with a voice on our channel. That being said, if they have any advertisements or anything like that that we can help share, we want to help promote that, because we feel that that is the most helpful for our filmmakers and for, not just for us, because obviously we get to air their stuff, but the audience that they want to reach is there and available now, because they're not being shut out of every other location because of a film festival. Now, on the flip side, the other side of this is distribution. Distribution is it's the money, basically, of being a filmmaker. It's like being a rock band and being signed to a label. It's just night and day about how you can get your work out there to people. It's unfortunately a necessary task, because self-distribution, while getting better, is still not the answer for a lot of people. You can't self-distribute and get yourself in Redbox and get yourself on Netflix. You can get yourself on Amazon sometimes. There are limitations to that. Definitely not in the Amazon Prime category. You can't get yourself in Walmart or other stores like the FYEs in the world and stuff like that, if they even still exist. In most places, I know they do here. You just can't get yourself out there without distribution. And a lot of the distributors we've run into personally and through other stories we've noticed just really have a very small-minded view. They kind of are worried about chasing pennies, and that's, by chasing pennies, I mean they don't want anybody seeing the film for free, because their automatic assumption is that person should have paid for the movie, and so they're out whatever the cost of the movie is. Now, there's a couple of assumptions that go on there. Number one, the assumption is they would buy that movie at full retail at some point. If you're distributing it, they could have rented on Netflix for free, so you wouldn't have gotten anything additional really out of that, minus the small amount that they give you per view, and that itself is not that much for the most part. But the second thing, and I think this is the bigger one, is that it really closes off the possibility that isn't spoken of, which is that person may not have ever watched your film without having the ability to stumble upon it in a spot, see, and then it may not have been something they searched out, not something they looked for. It plays on, say, we'll just use ourselves for an example, Indie Horror TV. They come on during a night of Indie Horror TV. Maybe there was something they did know that they wanted to watch was on, but all of a sudden this other film was on, and they sit through it and they're like, wow, I didn't even know about this film. I wasn't aware of it. I really didn't think about it, or maybe I didn't even think it was going to be very good because I had heard stuff. But now they're watching it and they get a chance to see it. They may actually enjoy it. That one person you're worried about not getting the $15 to $20 out of now goes and tells friends on their Facebook page or Twitter. They tell dozens of people about the movie that they saw. They might write a review on a review site or on Amazon or on Rotten Tomatoes or something like that, IMDb, who knows. All of a sudden, that one person has now reached out to these outer bands of people that you had no access to before. And out of those outer bands, you may not only make up that $15 to $20 with other purchases from people that now are interested and want to give it a chance, but you've just helped that filmmaker gain credibility in a community where they're going to need to fundraise for their next film. And that, to me, is a completely lost concept to the unfortunately, the few distributors that we've talked to who have oftentimes said things that have been shocking to us, like, we feel that we're doing a good enough job already. This film doesn't need any more exposure. We've had a distributor say that to us. To me, that was the automatic, they aren't doing their job well enough, because I feel there's never enough exposure for any film if you're really trying to promote it. So that being said, we were kind of always running into this issue of distributors shooting us down. And to be honest, we've approached at least a dozen distributors over different films, and we've never even remotely gotten past that initial stage. But what's really cool, and I wanted to kind of put this out there because I think it's an amazing thing, is that we finally did get one distributor that not only is looking for more filmmakers to work with, he has a pretty good catalog already. They have a pretty good catalog already of films, and they are seeing past all of that. They're seeing past the common issues that exist with, not wanting to work with somebody like Indie Horror TV. So we wanted to make kind of an announcement. We had already said very briefly after a lot of the events of the last weekend that we wanted to have another night available to air this week to kind of make things up because of Comcast being not amazing this last week. But over a longer period of time, this is going to be a regular deal. Starting on this Thursday, we are going to start airing films on that Thursday, and specifically we're going to have a new feature called Wild Eye Presents. Wild Eye Releasing, it's a home for many different films, run by Rob Hochschild, is giving us the 100% amazingly cool capability to air a bunch of their different films on our channel. And what's really neat about that is that they didn't see Indie Horror TV as a threat by any means. They saw us as a possibility, something that we can really help them to get more notoriety for some of their films, to get some of their filmmakers out there. Now, not every one of their films has an arrangement where they can go in and obviously air their film on the channel, but we got a box of DVDs of films that we will be able to air. And so once per week, Wild Eye Presents will give us a glimpse into another movie that Wild Eye Releasing has available, and we're hoping to have Rob on the channel at some point to be able to talk about how filmmakers can reach out to him. I think this is a great opportunity for all filmmakers that are looking for some distribution. Maybe we have the, Wild Eye may or may not be right for them, but on the flip side, we have a distributor who sees the broader side of reaching out to a horror audience, and that to me already gives you more foresight than a lot of the distribution companies out there have. And maybe we'll open it up for other distribution companies to say, hey, this is a good idea. This is an audience that matters to me. And as viewers of Indie Horror TV, you're going to reap the benefit of being able to see new films and seeing if you like them or not. Of course, patronizing these distribution companies and specifically filmmakers by purchasing their film, I think obviously is going to be a big help and proving that case out a little bit better. But at the same time, we now have the opportunity here that we've never had before to really showcase filmmakers, and filmmakers now have a place they can go to where they don't have to worry about oh no, I'm not going to be able to put myself on Indie Horror TV or anywhere else because my distribution company is too tight with me and they don't give me any ability to do anything. I feel we've reached an agreement with a really great forward-thinking company. I'm hoping it's not the last. Other distribution companies, please take note. There's always spots on Indie Horror TV to showcase distribution companies, film festivals, all the two places that give us the most trouble. We would definitely love to create some sort of bond with, because our entire goal is to showcase independent horror and help independent horror filmmakers out. And we know that film festivals and distribution companies are paramount to helping that happen. So we're very proud and excited about this partnership. We're hoping that this opens the door to other distribution companies to be a little bit more forward thinking about the Indie Horror TV concept in general, and helping other filmmakers really just be able to get their films out to the masses, get the word out about the work that they've done. And they've, a lot of these filmmakers, they spent a lot of hard-earned money. They went into the bank. Maybe some of them took loans out. They begged and pleaded and cajoled from friends. And they, we definitely understand that there's a lot of sacrifice that goes into these films we made, and we want to make sure that we're giving as much promotion as we can to every single one that comes across our desks. So we're very proud of the relationship that we've just begun with Wild Eye, and we'll have more announcements about the schedule for the Wild Eye Presents, as well as a web page that shall be built out this week here on our IndieHorror.tv page. Definitely exciting times here at Indie Horror TV, and definitely want to say thank you again to Rob Hochschild, and just say, without a shadow of a doubt, this is a big year for Indie Horror TV, but a big year for independent horror. We're going to do our part to help bridge that gap between filmmakers and the right film festivals and the right distribution companies to really get people to create this network and community of people that are really looking out for one another. Together, we can help really support independent horror in a way it's never been supported before. Anyways, have a great evening, everybody. This is Robert Poole signing off, and keep on watching that independent horror. We definitely need all the support we can get. Thank you.